Hey guys, so I know you're excited for another drugstore prom makeup tutorial, but before I do get started, let's go ahead and just jot down some really quick things. Previous makeup tutorials for proms and my advice videos will be linked down below, as well as a interview I recently did for Beauty in the Vlog. It's a podcast, so I'll link that down below. I said a couple of things about YouTube advice and also some stuff about my past if you want to learn a little bit more about me. So just, you know, throwing that out there. Okay, let's get started. First things first, I'm using my L'Oreal Lumi Primer because I think that when you're using a matte foundation like the one I'm going to be using, which is Revlon's Color Stay, I really kind of want to go for something that's a little glowy, but stay away from SPF. Anything that has SPF usually is reflective and makes your face look a little bit more pale, and that's never fun. I'm going in with a beauty blender and kind of just bouncing it. You can see the technique, bouncing and kind of pressing, swiveling it around. It really helps apply the makeup evenly and kind of give you an airbrushed feel, so it's not too heavy. I really love this application. If you don't have the beauty blender, do try using a damp sponge. I use the beauty blender damp as well, but the beauty blender, really, there's nothing that beats it. So I really love this tool. Now I'm going in and using a concealer. This is the Rimmel Match Perfection. Absolutely love this. It's a highlighter and a concealer in one. This means you want to place this at the center of the face where the sun normally hits, where light would reflect. And this means on the nose, the chin, the cupid's bow, on your forehead, and under the eyes. Keep away from blemishes. If you have blemishes, please go ahead and use the Sonia Kashuk Hidden Agendas palette. That one is awesome. It's available at Target. And then again, I'm just going in with my beauty blender to go ahead, pat that in, and make it kind of look a little bit more flawless. And you can see by putting it all over my face, it kind of evens it out. If I just put it under my eyes, it would make me look kind of like a raccoon because my under eyes would be really light, and then the rest of my face would be kind of a little bit more tanner. So by applying it everywhere, you're highlighting, but you're also kind of evening it out. Now, there you go, you have your perfect complexion, but you want to make sure that your lips are getting primed. I'm going to go ahead and use a chapstick on my lips to make sure they're moisturized by the time I decide to put on lipstick. And just to throw in there, if you have oily skin, definitely use powder. If you have dry skin, it's your call, but I'm going to be using this Sonia Kashuk Brightening Powder and then my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. Again, using the sponge to apply it just to make everything easier. It's amazing what it does for the skin, and it will help you have your makeup last a lot longer. Now for eyebrows, I do have a separate eyebrow tutorial, so I will go ahead and link that down below as well if you'd like to see it. It's just a little bit more of like a hassle for me to explain to you how I did it. I simply used the NYX Brow Duo in Brunette and kind of filled it in with an angled brush. And then I went in with my Sedona Lace, like 7 synthetic set. And I used that with my Sonia Kashuk Hidden Agendas palette for concealer to kind of just clean up my brows. Now I'm going in with the Rimmel powder just to go ahead and cover up the concealer. And then again, contouring is up to you. I have a separate video on contouring, but I would just use something that's a little bit less orange and more kind of on the brown side. This is the Sunny bronzer from NYC. It is a little tiny bit orange for me, so I go in with my beauty blender to kind of just buff it away. Be very careful with that, and again, just apply it wherever you feel you need shadows, so usually on your cheeks, in the hollows of your cheekbones, and around your nose and on your forehead, just to kind of give some color back to your face. Now, I don't recommend contouring your nose, but if you do want to, make sure it's very light, very subtle, and blend it out very well. Now moving on to the eyes, I'm going to be using an eye primer. I just reached for my NYX HD primer, rub that in, and then I'm going in straight with my Sonia Kashuk matte palette. I love the matte neutral palette. She does matte colors lovely. I'm taking this warm brown shade into the crease with a tapered blending brush, just using kind of Swiffer back and forth kind of windshield wiper motions. This will define the eye and make it look a little bit more deep set, and you're going to have to just keep going in and slowly blending it in using darker colors. You're not going to do it all at once. This is the part that takes patience and really a lot of blending. The more blending you do, the better your makeup is going to look. So I simply just apply as much as I find I need, and then I take a fluffier brush like this. This is the E40, I believe, from Sigma, and I just kind of blend it back and forth. Any really big kind of brush that's not too dense is going to help do that for you. And I'm literally going to repeat this process over and over and over again. I'm just going to take a little bit more of a cooler tone to deepen it up a little bit more. Again, apply that in the outer cornerish area, bring it up a little, and then go in with either the same brush or something a little fluffier like this pink one from Sedona Lace and blend it out. It's really as simple as that. So I want you guys to practice it obviously before you do it, and if you need any help, definitely comment below. I'll try to help you out as much as I can. And you can see I'm going with a really dark color now and defining the crease a lot more. This is your preference. This point is whether or not you like it dark. Use whatever color you're comfortable with. I just like it at this shade. And then I'm going in with Milk, which is a pencil from NYX. It's one of those big giant pencils, and I'm going to rub that into my eyes. Now this is how I'm going to make that really shimmery color stay. I feel like that's the shade that usually kind of disappears by the end of the night. And I'm taking Natural from e.l.f. It's a mineral eyeshadow. I absolutely love this. It is so gosh darn beautiful. If you don't own this, you really have to get your hands on it. It's only $3. Then I'm taking a cool brown shade and applying that on the outer kind of third of the eye at a little bit of an angle, and then I'm taking a deeper kind of espresso color and applying that with a flat brush just to kind of deepen that outer part. And then I'm taking a blending brush and lightly, very very lightly and subtly kind of blending that away so that it kind of creates a smoky effect, and you can see it kind of brings that center of the eye really up forward. Now I'm taking the kind of new marker from Maybelline to just kind of define my eyes. Now this is a really cool way of applying your eyeliner, but really I would just stick with your favorite eyeliner. The one that you work best with is the one you want to use. So you can see I'm elongating my eyes. Try not to apply too much on the inner part of the eye because that's really when it kind of makes you look tired and a little bit harsh. In pictures you really want the outer part of your eye to be darkest, and that's why on the outer darkest part I end up using a powder. You saw a black powder, so use any black eyeshadow on that. Now I'm just curling my eyelashes with my NYX eyelash curler, and then going with my Lash Sensational mascara on the top and Voluminous Carbon Black mascara on the bottom. Those are my two favorites. I also have a mascara routine. If you'd like to see that, I'll link that down below as well. Just take any black pencil. I decided to take a black pencil instead of a brown pencil on the top because I thought it would be best, and then I'm taking a brown pencil on the inner corner. Now I didn't have any drugstore ones that I had lying around, so I ended up using ones that were not the drugstore, but you can definitely find some drugstore ones. Now I'm taking Elegant from e.l.f., again another mineral eyeshadow, and I'm applying that in the inner corner. Now I'm taking lashes. I'm very very persistent. I really love when people wear false eyelashes for prom. There's tons of tutorials on how to do it. You can find it on YouTube. I simply took the 120 Demis wispies from Ardell, which you can find at Ulta or Target, and I'm just applying it. Really just focus by applying the center and then working on the outer part and then the inner part, and it's simple as that. Now I'm taking Mellow Mauve from e.l.f., which is just a nice kind of cool brown, not brown, am I blind? It is pink. And I subtly apply very very little on the cheeks because it's very easily overdone. Remember, this is prom, so you want to kind of exaggerate your makeup by doing it a little bit more, but you're also not going to be on stage singing opera, so please don't overdo it. Now this e.l.f. Golden Bronzer, which is not actually a bronzer, it's probably like a highlight. I'm taking this lightest shade in it, and I'm literally applying this on the tops of my cheeks, and it is so gosh darn beautiful in pictures. I cannot even explain to you. It glows so amazing. Love it. Now the one thing I'm going to say that you should definitely invest in is a good lip liner. I do know that Jordana has really good lip liners. I don't have any lip liners from the drugstore that I would recommend, so I'm going to go in with Soar from MAC, and I'm just going to fill my lips in. And then I'm taking this Nude Lust shade from Maybelline and applying that on my lips. And then I'm taking my Brow Drama from Maybelline to kind of fix my brows, and that's really simple as that. Now taking a setting spray to just kind of make sure your makeup stays in place. I'm using my Urban Decay one because there is nothing better that I have, and that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The products will be down below, and give this video a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye!